Hey guys, this is Maragakis. Welcome to episode 3 of Just a Tip with Maragakis. Today I'm going to give a really easy, not even a tutorial, just a little tip on something I just discovered 2 weeks ago in Ableton Live on organizing your channels. I didn't know this before. I don't know if this is just a new thing on the new Ableton 9 point whatever it is now, which does have some really cool features, or if it's been a thing since Ableton 1. I've just discovered it 2 weeks ago, really, and it's changing my workflow already, making my process faster. So let me see if I could put my face down on the corner and show you what I have on my screen. On one of my screens, I have 2 screens, so I have to make sure I do this correctly. All right, you guys see me? I'm a little too big. Hey, all right. So this lately I've been producing a few orchestral tracks to go into a couple of movies. They're really epic, kind of like an epic sounds, like action or something happens and you gotta like set the mood for the movie. So I have these crazy, very, very long, big Ableton projects with many, many channels, somewhere between 80 to 120 channels on big orchestral pieces. Whereas for my electro house music, big room electro, it's like 16 to 35 channels total. So one thing that I just discovered, which is it's tiny tip, but if you use Ableton, it's going to be awesome. So when you make a new channel, let me make a new channel over here. It doesn't matter if it's audio track or a MIDI channel. Already it's a channel 2, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth. What I used to do is I used to rename it. Control R is the hotkey in Windows PCs to rename channels. I don't have to right click and click the tab rename, but it doesn't matter. So as you can see right now, it has a hashtag audio or pound audio. And what I used to do is I used to just go in there, delete everything, and call this as the kick. I'll make a new channel, and I'll call it the synth 1. I'll call this the sub bass. Make another one. Call it the bass main or whatever. I usually put the sub bass and bass close to the kick. I always put the kick in red so I know exactly where it is. But you see, you don't have channels. It just says kick, and this is the channel for sub bass, and this is the bass main and synth 1. You have no idea what's channel 1, 2, and 3. If you add hashtag in front of it, let me rename this to hashtag kick, it just automatically puts a 2 in front of it because it's the second channel on my workflow right now. I could move the kick over 1, and now it is the 3 kick, or over a few, now it's the 5 kick. Before, I never actually numbered my channels. I delete everything and I write out what part it is. It's either the kick or the percussions, perks 1, 2, 3, 4, sidechain kick. Sometimes I have as silent sidechain, whatever it is. But if you, the point of doing this is if you get lost or you close your project, come back a week later, and you kind of have to figure out where everything is. Where did I put my bass? Where's the sub bass? If they're not next to each other, they probably should be right next to each other. You know, or I hear some perks or some other sounds and I want to find it. You have to go through a whole lot of things. If you know the number, or if you have like a system, which I have, you'll find it easier, and you get to it super quick, and it just saves you time. Basically, it just saves you time, and also frustration if you have to dig deep to find something. Like that was a cool. Sorry guys. Another thing which is really good about these hashtags, so I'll go ahead and hashtag all these pound space and pound space. So you could always say 2, 3, 4, and I could move them around, and it changes dynamically, which is great. Another thing is if you sidechain something. So if you're on one of the channels and you want it to sidechain to another channel, instead of finding what it's called, here, let me just show you real quick. I will go into the audio effects. I will go to compressors, just load a basic compressor, open it up, enable sidechain, and sorry, I have to move this out of the way. So audio from, where is it going to be taking the signal to do the movement, the gain movement. So right here, everything's listed out from 2 all the way to 44. Then there's a few of them that are not written out: epic sweeps and sound, that's FX, rise and hit, and other sweeps, another effects channel, reverb, delay, and then master. But everything else is listed. So basically, if you go into my project and you go into strings, and I want the, let's say we want cello ensemble to be sidechained. Here's the cello. That's the cello, but that's actually violin. So we go to the kick, we find, well, which one was it? Cello ensembles number 28. So it's on the channel 28. Instead of going down and looking for your cello ensemble, you could just go to 28, boom, and it's sidechained to the 28th channel, and it's a lot faster. That's like the number 2 reason why you should hashtag and have these things numbered, instead of what I used to do was just rename every channel into what it is, but it's not numerical. It's so if you want to take a look at this quick project, it's really nothing special. I was just trying to play around with a big orchestral piece. There's the cellos. All right, that was episode 2. Actually, there was a mistake in here. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. All right, yeah, all right, here we go. All right, that was episode 3 of Just the Tip with Maragakis. Not everyone's on Ableton. Maybe every other DAW already has this system. I just discovered it 2 weeks ago, and it's already making my workflow faster. So whatever you could do to make your workflow faster is great.